Bonjour, hello, and welcome to another video. Okay, I'm at an abandoned gas station off of US Highway 80, just outside of Mineola, Texas, and about east of Dallas, about a lot of kilometers or a lot of miles away from Dallas. So I'm at this abandoned gas station out in the middle of nowhere, and this thing looks like it was built and it was in business, like I guess back in the 1930s, the 40s, or the 50s. So I'm going to show all of you, well, I'm going to take a look at this place. It's abandoned, and I've been here a long time ago. And so I don't want to go inside this place because, you know, it has an alarm in it. So, okay, there's a sign right there with a light on it that had the name of the place on it, so I don't know what the name of it was. Okay, like the windows are broken, the doors, well, both doors are busted open on this place. So it was a gas station where people pulled off the main highway to fill up. And you know, I think back in the old days, gasoline was cheaper. It didn't cost that much. Yeah, gas was like really cheap, and it didn't cost that much. And I think you paid like I guess like 43 cents or lower. So gasoline was cheaper back in the 1930s, 40s, or 50s. Yeah, now compared that price to now, gasoline is through the roof. Like about $2 to $3 to $4 to $5. Yeah, gasoline is very expensive here in Texas and mainly all over the U.S. And you know, I'm into those electric vehicles. I mean, I don't have to pay so much in fuel. All I have to do is recharge that EV with a at a charging port, electric vehicle charging port. I mean, they're like popping up now. So I guess driving an EV is better than driving a combustion engine car. So yeah. So this gas station is completely abandoned. And it's situated off of US Route 80. You guys don't know anything about US 80, and I'll tell you the story about this highway. US 80 was a highway that ran from the East Coast to the West Coast. It ran from Thisbe Island, Georgia, in the state of Georgia, and all the way to San Diego, California. Well, its current east end is in Thisbe Island, Georgia, and its west end is at I-30 and US 67 in Dallas. So the leg of the highway that ran from Dallas to San Diego was eliminated and replaced by various interstate highways, which is interstate highways, interstates 10, 20, 30, and 40. Actually, interstate 10, 20, and 30, and a bunch of state highways and business loop interstates. So, yeah, this highway is very historic, and this abandoned gas station is a relic of the old days when US 80 was a major highway before the interstates came through. Well, Interstate 20 to the south, Interstate 20 to the south here replaced it. So this gas station went out of business because US 80 is no longer a major highway to Dallas. And you know, my parents traveled on this highway from California to Texas. You know, when my dad was stationed in the military in the late 60s and early 70s, before my older brother was born. So that's that. Talk to you later in the next part of this video. Okay, this is a side view of the abandoned gas station. So here's the other side of it, and behind it is a railway. This is the Texas Eagle Railway that connects Chicago, Illinois with Los Angeles, California. It also connects with the Sunset Limited if you're riding an Amtrak train. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's the railway level crossing with barrier gates. Okay. Yeah, it's a very small gas station. It's not that big. So I guess gas stations like back in the old days were very, very small, and I have no problem with that. Okay, before I move on to the next thing in this video, well, I'm traveling and I'm going for a ride, and it's a Sunday. So well, what I was trying to say about US 80 is it was a highway that ran from the East Coast to the West Coast. It ran from Thisbe Island, Georgia to San Diego, California. It was basically a cross-country route. Yeah, stretched from coast to coast. Well, the western, the leg of the highway that ran from Dallas, Texas to San Diego, California was eliminated and replaced by various interstate highways. Interstates 8, 10, 20, and 30. And a bunch of state highways, state routes, and local roads. And you know, there's some roads where I live that was part of this highway, like they're known as old decommissioned highways, well, decommissioned pieces of US 80 that's known as Old Highway 80. So yeah, if any one of you want to know about that, so okay. Okay, there's a church and a cemetery across the street. And I see some people leaving church. So, okay. There's a US 80 directional shield. Okay. That's eastbound US 80. And that's westbound US 80. Okay, think that's it. Let me give you guys another shot of the Texas Eagle Railway. Okay, this area that I'm in is called Silver Lake. That's where I'm at. I'm outside of Mineola. I'm west of Mineola, and I'm east of a city called Grand Saline, which I'm going to be heading to wrap this video up. And this is Texas. I'm in the state of Texas, so just want to tell you what state I'm in. You see that road sign right there. Yeah, Texas has different types of state routes. You got the traditional state route, then you got the farm to market roads, then you got the ranch roads, and loops and spurs. They're all like secondary state routes in Texas. Low ground clearance. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show you the abandoned gas station or petrol station one last time before I head to Grand Saline. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of junk and stuff into that place. Yeah, it's in ruins. It's a dump. Yeah, I think that's the rest. I think that's the convenience store where you go in and buy snacks and drinks. I think this place right here, I think this is where the gas pumps sit at, where people like pull off the highway and pull under here to pump gas into their cars, the gas tanks into their cars. Okay. Yeah, this is something. This is really old. This place is old and run down. Okay, and the speed limit on US 80 through here is 70 miles per hour. Let me say that again. The speed limit on US 80 is 70 miles per hour, or in metric, 110 kilometers per hour. I'm going to get away from the imperial system because it's very complicated, so I'm just going to stick with metric. So you got cars like moving at the speed of 110 kilometers per hour, so that's pretty fast. So that's the maximum posted speed limit on US 80, 110 kilometers per hour. All right. On to Grand Saline. Okay, this is the across the street. That's the Grand Saline Salt Museum. Yeah, I've been there a couple of times. It's really nice. Talks about the history of this. Talks about the history of this city and the salt mines around here. So, yeah, right now it's closed. It's Sunday. That's a church across the street. Yeah, I'm in Texas, and you know, churches are everywhere. They're all over the place. So this is the town center here. So small town. Yeah, again, this is Grand Saline, Texas. See, there's the water tower in the distance. And I think this is the hometown of a country music singer. I don't know what his name was. Thomas Lilly. Now, I'm not that familiar with history of people here in Texas. So I'm not a history buff, so there's a street that's named after him. Just walk up the street here. Chris Tomlin Boulevard. That street sign right there. So Chris Tomlin is a country music singer. So if any one of you who are viewing this video, I know that I got some people from other countries who are viewing this video. This message is not for them. This message is for Americans or people who live here. I mean, do you know anything about Chris Tomlin? Is he a country music singer or not? Am I right or wrong? You can correct me in the comments if you want. Okay, yeah, I just had a conversation with an old man. He just came out of that church. I mean, you guys saw him in the, you guys saw him coming out. He asked me, what am I doing? I said, I'm just a tourist and I'm filming parts of Grand Saline. And he said, well, we just saw you, well, me and everybody saw you over walking around and filming. So, yeah, he asked me where I was from. I told him where I was from, and we had a conversation. He was a nice guy. He's an old guy. And, you know, I kind of confirmed this from Winston Wu, the founder of Happier Abroad. And he's correct. You know, he say that, and I already know this, the older people are sociable. And the young crowd is not. So Winston is right on that. He's correct. And I see this where I live. Yeah, I ran into some young people here. They didn't come up and talk to me. Just the older people. But you know, yeah, small towns like this, like here in Texas, yeah, the white people here, you know, they're very cautious. You know, they see me, I'm a black man, and I'm here. Basically I'm the only black person here. But you know, there's some non-white people who work in that convenience store right there, as you can see here. Yeah, so you know, I don't care about race anyway, even though like I'm the only black person here and everybody else here is white. So I got some white European DNA in me, but I'm not going to go into that. Still don't know what I am. I'm thinking about taking Ancestry.com and find out what I am. Heard my sister told me, my dad told me my sister found out what me and my father and my sister are. So can't explain to you on that. So you know, I might explain this in another video. My DNA and ancestry and all of that, because I know I got some white, black, well, white European, black African, and Native American traits in me. Like, So I know I have all of that. Well, the Native American traits, that's from my mother's side of the family. So, but anyway, yeah, small towns like this, are very cautious, But when that white guy came out of that church, I wasn't scared or defensive or anything. I wasn't offended, Hey, like I said in the previous videos, like I don't mind talking to people. If someone come up and want to talk to me, I'll talk to them. But if they act stupid with me and give me a hard time, I'm just going to get away from them. That's just how I am, I'm not. Well, I'm getting out of the antisocial vibe. I'm becoming more sociable right now. So I guess if another person comes up and want to talk to me, I'll just talk to them. They're just going to come up and ask me what I'm doing. But yeah, if Winston Wu was here, I don't. They'll probably, he'll probably be treated the same way I'm treated. Well, he'd probably go through what I went through here. But Winston Wu is a little more knowledgeable and a little more intelligent than me. Yeah, he's Asian. Well, he's Taiwanese. He was born in Taiwan and was raised in the U.S. Here in the U.S. in California. Oh, okay. Yeah. He also say that Grand Saline is not much of a tourist destination. A lot of people don't flock here, and mainly because it's a small, boring town. It's nothing like the big bustling of big cities like Dallas. Yeah, Dallas, New York, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Boston, Canada, like Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. Those are Canadian cities. They're not U.S. cities, so I'm just gonna throw Canadian cities into this. So let me get out of here, and I'm in Grand Saline, Texas, by the way. So talk to you later.